Imagine this. You are alone in a snow-covered farm, miles from the nearest neighbor. You notice fresh footprints in the snow that lead straight to your house, but there are no footprints leading back out. Then come the noises. Heavy footsteps pacing in the attic above your head every night. Your maid quits in terror, claiming the place is haunted. You search the attic with a lantern, but you find nothing. A few days later, your entire family is brutally murdered, and the killer does not flee into the night. The killer stays, feeding the animals, sleeping in your beds, and living among the dead for days. This is not a horror movie. This is the true story of Hinterkaifeck, Germany's most chilling unsolved farm massacre. If you have the stomach for it, stay with me. What happened here in 1922 will haunt you long after this video ends. Picture rural Bavaria in 1922. Post-World War I Germany is scarred and struggling, but Hinterkaifeck is different. It is secluded and almost completely cut off from the outside world. This small farmstead about 70 kilometers north of Munich is home to the Gruber family. Andreas Gruber is the stern 63-year-old patriarch. His wife Cecilia is 72. Their widowed daughter Victoria is 35. Victoria's children are 7-year-old Cecilia and 2-year-old Joseph. The family is not exactly beloved in the community. Dark rumors swirl about incest. Andreas even served time for years earlier for inappropriate relations with his daughter. Locals keep their distance. But in late February 1922, things turn truly weird. Andreas tells neighbors he has found fresh footprints in the snow. The tracks lead from the dark forest directly to the farm's engine shed, but there are no footprints leading back out. Whoever made those tracks is still on the property. The family begins hearing heavy footsteps in the attic at night. Andreas searches with a lantern, but he finds nothing. A newspaper appears in the house, one that no one in the family bought. House keys mysteriously vanish. Her previous maid quit months earlier. She said she heard voices and footsteps from the attic and felt constantly watched. She called the farm haunted. The Grubers laugh it off, but they shouldn't have, because on March 31st, a new maid arrives, and that very night, total horror comes to Hinterkaifeck. On March 31st, 1922, Maria Baumgartner, aged 44, starts her first day as the new maid. Her sister even walks her to the farm around 5 p.m., and Maria never leaves alive. Sometime between 7:30 and 9 p.m., the killer strikes. The weapon is a mattock, a heavy farm tool like a pickaxe. First, in the barn, the killer likely lures or drags Andreas, the elder Cecilia, Victoria, and young Cecilia one by one. Autopsies later reveal unimaginable horror. The elder Cecilia is strangled and then struck 7 times. Her skull is cracked open. Andreas' face is shredded with cheekbones protruding through torn flesh. Victoria suffers 9 star-shaped skull fractures and her face is smashed. Little 7-year-old Cecilia has her jaw shattered and gaping wounds to her face and neck. All 4 bodies are dragged into the barn and covered with hay. Then the killer moves inside the house. 2-year-old Joseph is bludgeoned in his crib. And Maria Baumgartner is killed in her new room on the very first day. 6 lives and brutal, frenzied violence. But here's where it gets truly terrifying. The killer doesn't flee into the night. The killer stays on the farm. Neighbors notice smoke rising from the chimney for the next several days. The farm animals are fed. Someone uses the stove and eats the family's food. Someone even opens a window to air out the house. The bodies are not discovered until April 4th, 4 days later, when young Cecilia misses school and the family skips church. The search party finds the barn stacked with hay. Underneath lie the 4 bodies. Inside the house, they find Maria and little Joseph. The murder weapon is hidden in the barn loft, covered in blood. Even more chilling, the police find a penknife in the hay. But the biggest mind-bender is this. Those attic noises, the footprints with no exit, and the killer's extended stay all point to one horrifying possibility. The killer's been hiding in the attic for days, maybe even weeks, watching the family, listening, and waiting. Then the killer strikes and lives among the dead. Who could do something like this and why? Police end up questioning over 100 people. No one is ever charged. The case is officially closed in 1955, but it remains unsolved to this day. Top suspects include Lorenz Schlittenbauer, a neighbor who claimed to be the father of little Joseph amid the incest rumors. He shows suspicious behavior at the scene. He touches the bodies oddly and seems to know too much. His alibi is also weak. Another suspect is Carl Gabriel, Victoria's husband, who was officially declared dead in World War I, but his body is never found. Some believe he survived, returned, and sought revenge over the family scandals. Other theories point to a vagrant, a rejected suitor, or someone tied to the incest scandal. Even in 2007, German police students re-examined the case and named a prime suspect, but they keep the name secret to protect descendants. There is no proof, there is no closure. The farm is eventually demolished. Yet locals still whisper that on quiet nights you can still hear the footsteps in the attic that no longer exists. So, was it a neighbor with a grudge, a ghost from the war, or someone who lived among them unseen for weeks? Hinterkaifeck remains one of the creepiest unsolved cases in history because the killer did not just murder a family, the killer haunted them first. What do you think really happened? Drop your theory in the comments below. If this chilled you to the bone, smash that like button and subscribe for more dark unsolved mysteries. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and I'll see you on the next one.